Juju Watkins has agreed to a multi-year contract extension with Nike, reportedly in one of the richest shoe endorsement deals in women's basketball history.
Nike has completely replaced Caitlin Clark after giving Juju Watkins a new deal. Not to mention, she is reportedly going to be receiving more money than Caitlin.
This is insanity, what they're doing to Caitlin Clark.
Juju Watkins has signed a multi-year contract extension with Nike that will give her one of the richest shoe endorsement deals in women's basketball.
You own it, and this was in Iowa. They had other ads and things that came out, but since then, it has been crickets.
Nike has forgotten about their biggest star. Caitlin Clark is being silenced out whilst Nike are looking for better stars. It's complete BS. I mean, how could they let this happen? How do they not see Caitlin Clark as their biggest draw? Or maybe they do and instead are refusing to promote her. WNBA vets and gatekeepers are furious about this, right? I mean, 1 year of college and haven't won a thing. Am I doing this right? Juju is tearing it up in college, but being awarded better deals than Caitlin. Are we being serious right now? Nike has the biggest WNBA draw in the palm of their hands, yet they don't care.
Huge shout out to Juju Watkins, signing a multi-year contract extension with Nike, giving her one of the largest shoe deals in women's basketball history.
First, it was Aja Wilson tearing Caitlin down, ensuring Nike wouldn't promote her, and it seems like they are listening. Nike are going ahead giving other players massive deals, whilst Caitlin doesn't get anything for being Rookie of the Year. This is a joke.
I believe that Caitlin Clark, if they would have released a signature shoe for her this season, they would have made a killing.
We all know if Nike would have released a Caitlin Clark shoe, it would have sold out instantly. Instead, they persist with giving Wilson the shine and promote her the most. Even Angel Reese looks to be getting her own shoes with Reebok. If Caitlin stays with Nike, we will be waiting 20 years at this rate.
What do you think about her shoe? Sorry.
I love her shoe. I'm so happy for her. I mean, she's deserved it.
Yeah.
Asia has been somebody that's inspired me, not just on the court, but off the court. And as a black woman, her story, being from South Carolina and everything behind that. So I'm super happy for her. I wish if I could wear Nike, I would definitely wear her shoe.
Nike has released a new ad with Aja Wilson. Yet another Nike ad featuring Aja Wilson, even though Caitlin Clark is there waiting for the call up. It's obvious the agenda against CC is real, yet nobody wants to admit it. This Juju Watkins extension has cleared everything up. Nike do not like Caitlin.
Who's going to leave this here? Juju Watkins is 6'2", an inch shorter than Angel Reese, who is like 6'3", so they're probably about the same height. It means she's taller than both Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark, who are 6 foot. I mean, that's common knowledge. We knew that. Juju Watkins averaged 27 points as a guard last year. A guard! I just need this college basketball season to hurry up because I cannot wait to see.
Nike has always had an eye for spotting fresh talent, signing some of the most exciting names in sports. Recently, the brand made headlines by securing a deal with Juju Watkins, a phenomenal young player who has taken the women's basketball world by storm. But in their rush to secure the next big thing, Nike seems to be overlooking something crucial. They already have one of the brightest stars in women's basketball under contract, Caitlin Clark. Clark has captivated audiences with her scoring, leadership, and star power. Clark is a generational talent, a rare player who can dominate on the court while also having the star power to move merchandise and attract media attention. Few athletes in any sport have her level of influence. Yet, despite all of this, Nike seems to be ignoring her potential. Despite her immense popularity and rising status, Clark isn't receiving the same level of promotion or marketing push as other athletes like Aja Wilson, or even Juju Watkins. And fans, loyal to Clark, are starting to take notice, and they're not happy about it. A lot of Nike's recent shift in focus can be attributed to Aja Wilson, who has become a cornerstone for the WNBA and a leading figure in Nike's basketball line. Wilson is undeniably a superstar in her own right. She's won multiple MVP titles and consistently led her team to victory, earning her place as one of the faces of women's basketball. But in the process of elevating Wilson, Nike has seemingly pushed Caitlin Clark further into the background.
How do you miss an opportunity like that? How do you not capitalize? It doesn't make any sense at all. And playing the politics where, oh, we need to release Asia's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for Asia yet.
Reports suggest that after Wilson secured another MVP title, she demanded that Nike focus more of their marketing and promotional efforts on her. She wanted to be the brand's face for women's basketball, and Nike obliged, prioritizing her in their campaigns. While it's understandable that Nike would want to capitalize on a player of Wilson's caliber, the issue arises when they start ignoring someone like Clark, whose popularity, fan base, and potential for marketability are through the roof. Clark represents a massive opportunity for Nike, yet by focusing predominantly on Wilson, they risk overlooking an even broader and younger audience that Clark brings to the table. The consequences of neglecting her could be significant for the brand.
Caitlin Clark's going to help it change for the better. All of a sudden, we going to see Asia Wilson. She may get some more shine because she's that girl. Diana Taurasi going to get more shine because we know what she brings to the table. Ionescu, she's going to get more shine. Others, black, white, everything in between. It's about the ladies, now more so than ever before.
It didn't take long for Caitlin Clark's fans to notice Nike's neglect. Clark has one of the most passionate and dedicated fan bases in sports today. They've witnessed her break records, dominate the court, and consistently deliver thrilling performances, only to see Nike push her aside in favor of other players. This lack of promotion has left many of her supporters feeling frustrated and confused, wondering why Nike seems unwilling to fully embrace a player of Clark's caliber. Nike got Caitlin Clark, Paige Bueckers, and Juju Watkins locked up for the next 5 years.
All I know, when they got eliminated from the playoffs, the attendance dropped. Right. The ratings drop. If the WNBA is more, it is, and I get it. Why aren't people watching?
This growing discontent has boiled over into something worse for Nike: a boycott. Increasingly, Clark's loyal fans are ditching Nike products altogether, expressing their disappointment by choosing not to support a brand that doesn't properly recognize their favorite athlete. What's even more alarming for Nike is that many of these fans are turning to competitors like Adidas, a company that has openly shown Caitlin Clark the respect and recognition she deserves. While Nike was slow to congratulate Caitlin Clark on her incredible rookie season, Adidas was quick to seize the opportunity and recognize her achievements. When Clark was named Rookie of the Year, Adidas wasted no time in publicly congratulating her, understanding the significance of her talent and the bright future she represents. Congratulations to Caitlin, the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. This gesture was more than just a show of respect. It was a savvy business move. By acknowledging Clark's success early and enthusiastically, Adidas positioned itself as a brand that truly values one of the most exciting players in basketball, filling the gap Nike left.
The league versus Caitlin Clark, and that is just absolutely false. It is unfair to the women that have been there building this league to this moment so that Caitlin Clark's popularity could take it to the next level.
In contrast, Nike's delayed and lackluster response to Clark's Rookie of the Year award highlighted the brand's priorities. Their focus was primarily on newer signings like Juju Watkins and attempts to boost other athletes, leading to a missed opportunity to celebrate an already established star. Fans couldn't help but notice the difference in approach. Adidas's proactive recognition of Clark's rise has led many of her supporters to gravitate toward the brand. As a result, more and more fans have started choosing Adidas over Nike, viewing it as the brand that truly supports their favorite player, while Nike continues to focus elsewhere.
Cannot wait to see her get to the WNBA because I think she's just going to tear it up. Between Caitlin Clark, that's already in the NBA, Paige Bueckers, who's going into her final year at UConn, and then she'll be into the WNBA. And then we got to wait for Juju to get there. I'm telling you, women's basketball is in such a great position right now. I'm so happy for these women and for the women's game of basketball.
Clark's Rookie of the Year award wasn't just a ceremonial accolade. It was the culmination of a truly dominant season. She earned it, not only because of her immense talent, but because she's been one of the most impactful players in the WNBA. Clark's scoring ability is second to none, as she can light it up from anywhere on the court, whether it's deep three-pointers or driving to the hoop. With her influence and marketability, she could easily be the face of a major global brand like Nike, driving millions of dollars in sales from shoes, jerseys, and apparel. Yet, despite all of this, Nike continues to overlook her. Instead of capitalizing on Clark's star power, they've chosen to focus on new signings like Juju Watkins and well-established stars like A'ja Wilson and Paige Buchers. While these athletes are undoubtedly talented and have promising futures, Nike's decision to sideline Clark is perplexing, especially given her enormous fan base and proven ability to move merchandise.
She's got one of the hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all, according to Fanatics, led by the one and only Michael Rubin. Clark's Indiana Fever jersey is apparently sold out in all sizes. It was rumored that she actually outsold Dallas Cowboy jerseys.
As Nike continues to prioritize new signings and neglect Caitlin Clark, the impact on their sales is becoming evident. Fans are growing increasingly frustrated with the lack of attention and promotion given to their favorite player, and they're taking matters into their own hands. Clark's supporters, known for their passion and loyalty, are no longer buying Nike products. Instead, they're shifting their loyalty to competitors like Adidas, a brand that has shown greater respect for Clark's achievements. Nike's refusal to properly promote Clark is having tangible, real-world consequences. What could have been a massive opportunity to leverage Clark's popularity is turning into a marketing misstep that's hurting their bottom line. As fans refuse to support a company that seems out of touch with the greatness of one of the WNBA's best players, Nike is losing ground in both sales and customer loyalty, an outcome they can't afford to ignore. Nike's overemphasis on these newer signings has come at a significant cost. The sidelining of an established superstar like Caitlin Clark. Clark has already reached heights that few athletes, especially in the WNBA, have achieved in such a short time. By pushing her to the background in favor of athletes who haven't yet reached her level of impact or popularity, Nike is taking a substantial risk. Fans are already reacting to this oversight, and the message is clear: they won't tolerate Clark being ignored. As Clark's popularity continues to grow and she solidifies herself as one of the WNBA's brightest stars, the demand for her to be properly promoted by a major brand will only intensify. If Nike continues to neglect this opportunity, they risk alienating more fans and losing even more sales to competitors willing to fill the gap. Nike is at a crossroads. The brand has long been the gold standard in basketball endorsements, signing the biggest stars and emerging talents to represent their iconic swoosh. They can continue to push new signings like Juju Watkins, who shows immense promise, and established stars like A'ja Wilson and Paige Buchers, who have already carved out strong followings. But Nike must realize that Caitlin Clark is more than just a rising star. She's already proven herself to be a generational talent. Her impact on the WNBA and basketball as a whole is undeniable. Her performance on the court has drawn comparisons to the greats, and her fan base is one of the most passionate and engaged in sports today.
I don't want to be in this situation next year where I'm saying, do you remember when you people were giving her grace, saying that she's 22, media training is not there. 1 year afterwards, she's still in the same position.
If Nike doesn't start giving Clark the attention and promotion she deserves, they could see a continued decline in sales. Her fans are loyal, and their dissatisfaction with Nike's neglect is palpable. Many have already turned to competitors like Adidas, who have shown more willingness to recognize and celebrate Clark's accomplishments. Adidas's early praise and respect for Clark's Rookie of the Year award, while Nike dragged their feet, sent a clear message to fans. Adidas sees Clark as the future, even if Nike doesn't.
There are a lot of really good fans, whether they've been fans for 20 plus years or whether they're new fans in our league. I think continuing to uplift this league in a very positive light is the best thing that we can do, because there are so many great players, there's so many great teams, there are so many positive storylines that can be written and celebrated, and for me, that's why I became a fan of this league, is these people were my idols. I grew up wanting to be like them.
Caitlin Clark isn't just another WNBA player. She's a generational talent with a marketability that transcends the sport. Nike would be wise to recognize her potential sooner rather than later. Her ability to move merchandise, from shoes to jerseys, is unmatched. She can drive a new wave of consumer loyalty and enthusiasm, but Nike's failure to promote her properly could cost them dearly. Fans have already begun boycotting Nike products, choosing to spend their money elsewhere. If Nike doesn't correct their course and prioritize Clark, they risk not just losing out on sales, but losing the trust and loyalty of basketball fans who have long expected the brand to support greatness in every form.
Cheryl Swoops, all y'all other haters out there, and I'm gonna call you out, man, because it's blatantly obvious why you're hating on the young lady.
In conclusion, Nike needs to wake up. In their race to promote new faces and established stars, they've completely overlooked one of the brightest talents in the game today. Caitlin Clark has the potential to sell more shoes, jerseys, and gear than any other player in the WNBA, but Nike continues to ignore her. If they don't adjust their approach soon, they won't just lose sales, they'll lose the respect of the fans who have been loyal to them for years. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.